Hello again. Well, today we're going to speak about champagne sparkling wine. And of course, it would not be fabulous of me if I didn't put on something a little more sparkly and a little more formal because of course when we think of champagne sparkling wine we tend to think of celebration and being a little dressed up and a little fabulous. So I just thought I'd put on something a little glitzy and glamorous to depict the fact that we're talking about one of the world's most favorite drink, champagne or sparkling wine. First, I want everyone to know that all champagnes are sparkling wines, but not all sparkling wines are champagne. That being said, for it to be classified as champagne, it has to be made in the Champagne region of France. So that is basically the big difference. However, sparkling wine is what it is referred to if it is not made in the Champagne region of France. And of course, different parts of the world call their sparkling wine different things. Like Prosecco, for example, is from Veneto region in Italy. In the Emilia region of Italy, they also have another sparkling wine which is called Lambrusco. And Cava is what the Spanish call their sparkling wine. So today we're going to do a little demonstration. First of all, how to open a bottle of your sparkling wine. The first thing you want to do is you pull the tag and you want to get rid of the foil on top. Okay, so you're going to remove your foil. Then you are going to untie or untwist the cage. The cage is that wire that they have on top to kind of, all this holds the pressure in so you don't get your eyes popped out when you're trying to open it. So we remove the cage, and then the trick about opening a bottle of sparkling wine is that you don't turn the cork. You hold the cork really firm and you slowly turn the bottle. So this is what you want to do. You want to be turning the bottle while putting pressure on the cork because, and that's exactly what you don't want to happen. You want to have more of a little whisper and a little poof. That was me not holding my bottle tight enough close to the cork. So that is exactly what we don't want. We don't want to hear a big buh. We want to hear a little whisper. After all, it's about being elegant. So that is how, in a perfect world, it should have been a little softer and a puff. Okay, I'm gonna have to do that another day. Then, when we're pouring, we want to hold our glass at a slant, and that allows, and run it down the side to allow air into the glass and also to keep the bubbles a little longer. All right, so that is how we would pour our glass of sparkling wine or champagne. All right, like I said, sparkling, for it to be champagne, it has to be France. And also, not just France, from the Champagne region. And it has to be made from 3 specific grapes. The Chardonnay grape, which is a white grape, then 2 red grapes, which is Pinot Meunier and Pinot Noir. Those are the 3 grapes you'll find in a glass of champagne or a bottle of champagne. But usually too, you can find champagne made from 100% Chardonnay grape, and those would be what you'd call your Blanc de Blanc. And if you see a champagne which is not as popular, but it's called Blanc de Noir, that's from white from red, white from black, sorry, that would be also now a bottle of champagne made from Pinot Noir and Pinot Meunier, or one or the other. So that is basically what the champagne would be made from. Back in the days, actually, the drink that we come to know as champagne used to actually be a very sweet drink. It used to have as much as 200 to 300 grams of sugar per liter, and different countries, the Russians used to like it super sweet, the English like the driest of champagne, and the American also liked a sweeter version, which would be about maybe 150 grams to 200 grams per sugar per liter. So what we have come to know now is what has evolved over time, with people showing a preference for something dry and not so sweet in their champagne, because champagne used to be an after dinner dessert drink before it became a drink now that we have with all courses. Okay, so we're going to champagne also is one of those wines you want to keep really, really cool and chilled. Okay, we're not going to drink at the same temperature as we drink our whites. We're not going to drink at the same temperature as we drink our red wines. All right, and why it still has this, not stigma is not a good word to use, that people think that you can only use champagne to celebrate. You can only drink champagne if you're going to have something, a wedding, a celebration, something exotic or expensive. But what you have to understand, that champagne, sparkling wine, can be drank daily, just because you want to open a bottle of sparkling wine. And that is when you would use your lesser expensive sparkling wines like your Prosecco's, your Cavas. But you wouldn't want to drink a bottle of expensive, exquisite champagne every day. I mean, if you can afford to, why not? But you don't have to feel that if you're not drinking a bottle of one of the expensive name champagne, that you're not drinking something that has value or is delicious. So start looking around and start with your Prosecco's, like I said. If you see something called Cava, if it's in Germany, it would be called Sekt, S-E-K-T, Sekt. That would be the German equivalent of a sparkling wine. So again, remember, champagne has to come from the Champagne region of France for it to be called champagne. Otherwise, it is just sparkling wine. And champagnes are usually made from 3 grapes: Chardonnay, Pinot Meunier, which is a red wine, which is a red grape, and Pinot Noir, which is also a red grape. However, if it says Blanc de Blanc, it's 100% Chardonnay grape. If it said Blanc de Noir, it's either Pinot Meunier by itself, Pinot Noir, or a combination of Pinot Noir and Pinot Meunier. Go out and drink some champagne and celebrate life. After all, nothing is promised. Cheers.